Has this ever happened to you? You walk away from your computer or BlackBerry for 5 minutes and come back to dozens of emails. You forget to write people back who have emailed you if you don't do it right away, and you can't read more than, I don't know, one sentence of an email that you receive. If this sounds familiar to you, you are probably suffering from email overload. And a new online survey shows most Americans say just 50 work-related emails a day is completely manageable. Anything more than that, and they say it's too much to deal with.
Well, too bad. We typically receive 50 emails in about 15 minutes, and I wish I were exaggerating. Dr. Joanne Cantor is director of the Center for Communication Research at the University of Wisconsin in Madison. She's also author of Conquer Cyber Overload.
Help us, doctor. Help us.
Help us. You know, I'm standing up. I am an email overload addict. What do I do?
Well, it sounds like you need help like just about everybody else, but maybe more so. The thing you can do is try and get your computer to be an ally rather than a heckler. And a couple of things you can do are to automate your computer so that so that a lot of things don't get into your email box in the first place. It's your inbox that's the problem. So first of all, you can unsubscribe to things that you don't need to subscribe to, and get rid of the spam. But the third thing that you can do that most people don't know is filter your email so that things like newsletters or things that you don't have to look at very regularly go directly into those mailboxes, and you don't see them unless you feel like looking at them. So automating is one good thing. Yes.
Dr. Will should put up on the screen. They actually put our inboxes. I had 7,761 emails yesterday. Look at, there we are looking at our BlackBerries. That's so tragic. Chuck had 14,000 emails. Now, two questions for you. Number one, what is the research or your analysis show is the amount of emails people can really handle in one day before feeling overwhelmed? And I forgot number two because I'm so used to doing the email that I now have attention deficit disorder.
Well, you're way over. You know, I don't think there's a specific number because it depends on what's in those emails and what else you're trying to do. If you're trying to get any work done, then you really need to cut back on how often these come in as well. So, for example, if you don't need to know, if you're not following breaking news because you've got to change what you're going to say in your next segment, then try and put those emails, put your email program so that it's checks for new email every half hour or every hour rather than every minute. I think even 50 emails a day, if they're emails that you have to respond to, is a lot. And so what you have to do is try to automate that system some way. I think you need help to, it's sort of like a closet organizer maybe you need. You've got to get rid of most
you should
of those
see our closet.
thousands of
it's not
emails.
much better.
Yeah.
One of my favorite phrases that I've heard.
And start over because...
Well, I was just going to say the start over issue. One of the things I've heard is to just declare, at some point you got to declare email bankruptcy, meaning you just zero it out and start over. Frankly, at what point do you just make that decision?
Well, I think you're at that point, Chuck. I think that one of the things that I do is I create a folder called Holder, and that I put if I get overwhelmed, I just put a lot of emails in that. So my inbox is fresh. But if I ever need to go back and find that email, I can look for it with a keyword or something like that. Because really, the goal is to have a very small inbox so you can handle that and use your brain to think rather than going back and forth between what everybody wants you to think about.
Use your brain to think.
Well, Dr. Joanne Cantor, if you want to use us as like lab rats for people who are overloaded, we're available to help science. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
I'd be delighted. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.